Hello everyone, welcome back to the Late to the Game channel. I'm Ellie and you can find me at Elementally on everything, or you can go to thelatetothegamegang.com or join the community Discord. All the links will be below. Anyways, hello, good morning, good afternoon, buenos dias, buenas noches. I'm so excited. And I thought this is a very new thing for me to be doing. I don't ever do trailer reacts, but we all know I'm absolutely obsessed with God of War. So we are going to be looking at one of the new God of War trailers and then the behind the scenes storytelling making thing. But I realized when setting this up, because I don't do this, because I'm genuinely blind reacting, I have no idea if I'm looking at what everyone else is reacting to, because I've been trying to avoid that spoiler-ish stuff. I swear I saw a tweet yesterday that was 5 links to new God of War trailers, and I was like, oh my god, I have to react to that. And then I couldn't find the tweet again because I didn't bookmark it like a fool. So I found the ones that are the newest on PlayStation, and I scraped through Twitter, could not find that tweet again. And I came up with these two. So I'm very excited. This one's 30 seconds long. So, we'll see what we can scrape together with that. And then the next one is around 10 minutes long. So I'm excited, and I hope you are too. And without further ado, let us watch some Ragnarok immersive trailer stuff. It's just like heartbreakingly beautiful. Hell yeah, give me all the haptics. Oh, this game, okay. So that's as good as we all knew it would be. It's just so freaking good. Okay. Time for Shaping the Story is what this one is called.
We're coming off of God of War 2018. How do you top that?
Literally, how?
How do you deliver something that players will love maybe just as much as God of War 2018?
I think they're gonna do it.
The pressure was tremendous.
I'm sure. I almost just burst into tears.
And I am the senior producer for narrative.
My name is Richard
My
Gobert.
hero, then.
I'm the story lead for God of War Ragnarok.
Another hero.
I'm Jody Kupsko, and I'm the supervising dialogue designer.
Another
it's
hero.
my job to shape the story along with our writing team, our narrative director, and game director.
As a producer, it's my job to help build a team to create that content, to own the schedule in realizing that content.
I oversee the dialogue production
These are
throughout the
big
entire
positions.
title. Every line of dialogue that you hear, every human vocalization and effort and grunt, our team touches.
Shit.
So I'm a man now.
Oh,
Atreus.
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater.
Dialogue in these games are so
In the
bitchin'.
story of God of War
Oh, I'm so
2018,
excited.
we find Kratos seemingly having turned over a new leaf in the Norse lands.
Right.
He lives a quiet life, hidden in the woods with his wife Faye and their son Atreus.
I don't think that's
And
his biological
the story
son.
starts with them mourning her death, and we learn that she made a final request before she passed away. She wanted them to spread her ashes from the highest peak in all the 9 realms. He's scared of being a bad father, a bad influence, and as a result,
Important.
it's made him an absent father. His
great.
greatest fear is that he's passed that evil that's inside of him onto his son.
You are too quick to temper.
And
You are
I don't- I
rash,
think-
insubordinate.
So I'm fully committed, and you know what? It's fine if I'm wrong. I'm wrong so many times on this channel, but I am fully certain that Atreus is not Kratos' son. I think some bad shit happened, and I think Kratos doesn't even know that that's not his biological son. I don't know though. I don't know. I haven't played the game, but yeah, that's That's one of my guesses, as you all know. But I'm just going to double down on it, and it's fine if I'm wrong, because you're allowed to predict things, and it's okay to look stupid.
And out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late.
They befriend
The dialogue
Freya,
is so
who
good.
is an exiled Vanir goddess who used to be married to Odin. They meet Mimir, the self-proclaimed smartest man alive.
Self-proclaimed!
Serves as
I thought
their
he just
guide
was.
and their confidant. And they meet the Holdra brothers, Brock and Sindri.
Love them.
Who are world-class weaponsmiths who end up their main source of upgrades and equipment.
They're the best.
Now, among the enemies they make are the Aesir gods, whose
Not the
leader
best.
is none other than Odin, someone we never meet in God of War 2018, but who casts a very long and dark shadow over the Nine Realms.
There are consequences to killing a god.
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
After many adventures,
That was a lot.
Kratos and Atreus end up fulfilling Mom's wishes, and over the course of that
Also, briefly, in this scene, the first time I played the game, I did not, like, I was so excited about playing the game and finishing it and, like, freaking out. And I, like, and it was one of the first games, like, one of the first 5 games I ever finished. And I didn't realize that, like, all of the giants were just, like, dead. And they were the mountains in this scene. Did not clock it. Did not see that until this last playthrough. It was just... I'm absolutely shocked at myself because I generally find myself to be very observant. But that, I was just so blown away. Like, it just goes to show how much excitement can cloud the brain. And I have to wonder how much I'm missing in all of the reveals and trailers and stuff like that. But anyways, let's keep going.
journey, they find out more about each
Cried
other
so much.
and about themselves, and finally find a common ground
Look
between
at them. They're so clearly
They
there.
become the close family unit that Faye hoped that they would become. In God of War Ragnarok, we fast forward a few years, and little Atreus is now a teen.
He's a
and they're
big
back to
teen,
hiding
too.
out in their home in the woods in Midgard. During the course of the previous game's events,
Look at
they
him
were forced to
providing.
kill Odin's grandchildren, Magni and Modi, the sons of Thor. Thor does a lot of the lion's share of Odin's dirty work, and as a consequence, he's a very violent, unstable personality.
Atreus
the
is
end of the
definitely
last
Odin's
game,
kid.
They were also forced to kill Balder, the son of Odin and Freya, and that has its own set
I
of
love Balder.
consequences. He was a very powerful chess piece for Odin, one that Odin is incredibly bitter about losing.
Fair.
Freya has vowed vengeance against them for the killing of her son.
I also want to understand why Freya
Kratos and
is so
Atreus
much
didn't
bigger
want to
than
kill
Balder.
him. They were friends with Freya, but Balder tried to kill her in front of them. And
Is it 'cause she's
Kratos
like the
had no
OG?
other option in the moment but to kill him to save Freya's life, even though it meant losing Freya's friendship.
I will parade your cold body
Oh, I got
from
chills.
every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything.
Danielle Bizzuti.
Everything.
His death is also foretold to bring about Fimbulwinter,
D.
which is a brutal 3-year winter that is then followed by Ragnarok. It's
Oh,
an
it's specifically
apocalyptic
3
war
years?
between all the Norse gods.
Did they
the
sleep through all of
giants, the
Fimbulwinter?
dwarves and the elves, and an army of the dead. They're all destined to fight in a battle that basically ends the world.
Yeah.
Kratos is understandably worried about his son and what it means for him.
Look at them. They're so casually
We get to go on this
intimate.
journey with how Atreus grows into a young adult and how Kratos grows into his next era in his life and really see kind of
relationship
the
has grown
parent
so
that he's
much.
striving to be, but the person he's striving to be. I find that tale so incredibly relatable.
Yeah.
We had started shooting plenty of content before the pandemic hit. In fact, the week
Look at
before
'em.
we all went work from
Just look at this. Like, I am always blown away by mocap, but like, what? How do people just like step into these mocap suits, looking like aliens, have shit all over them, like headgear and everything, and they're just like, I'm gonna give you the best performance ever. Like, how do they say it? They have to have the most rich imaginations and just incredible support systems in the team, like at Santa Monica. Like, I just can't. Mocap is something, like, for someone who's been on stage a lot, like, I think I look at mocap and I'm like, could I ever? Probably not. I don't know. It's just wild. It's so freaking cool. But anyways.
From home, we were doing a shoot. I remember being.
Did they get the same boy to do it, Atreus?
To the office.
Has he grown that much?
Having to talk to studio leadership about what was going down and how this was going to impact us moving forward. And those were trying times.
For us, it was a very unique challenge because we had to bring in actors and we had to record them.
Yes!
And so we had to look at different ways of adapting our typical motion capture process and dialogue recording process so we can continue production and continue at the quality that we wanted for our players and our
Christopher
fans.
Judge, the voice of all voices.
Some actors stand in for other characters, actors who were already, who were like core to one of the scenes, might just be able to play a background character in another scene to be able to avoid a situation where too many people were on set on any given day.
And the shit they had to overcome.
Compromising the story that we were trying to tell as a result of the pandemic and these limitations that we had to deal with. There were no cinematics that we changed. We still have the same characters in them in the final game. We just had to get a bit creative with how we shot the content.
Our actor for Atreus, Sonny, is a teenage boy.
Yeah,
and his voice changed dramatically throughout the several years on this title.
I'm sure.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
We had to go in and even out that performance, so it sounds like it took place over a short period of time. That was a unique challenge on this one.
I wonder if that means they had to record stuff
leads to Ragnarok. War is
chronological order.
Whether the Norse saga was going to be a trilogy or just 2 games was something we debated a lot. There were obviously pros and cons for either approach. So we waited for Cory Barlog to weigh in, and he did, and he said, let's do it in 2.
The consequence to that is, how do you wrap up the story in one game and do Ragnarok justice?
What?
How do we lead up to that and then have a big moment at the end of the game and wrap up all those loose threads?
So this is like the game to end all games?
Is bigger than what we initially envisioned. There's a lot of important story moments that we needed to cover. There are more characters that we follow the threads of, and ultimately it ends up feeling
look how beautiful,
big and epic because there is a lot there for people to enjoy.
I am very excited for folks to see this final chapter. A lot happens.
Yeah.
We put our characters through the ringer, but we also bring them closure and we provide answers to a lot of the questions the first game posed.
They go back.
Just all of the new combat that we're doing and the new interactions. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in this title that I think people are going to have fun with.
We all have our own personal Ragnaroks to deal with.
Do we?
This story is about how you process that, how you own it, and how you make it a part of yourself and grow from it.
I mean, we set some stuff up at the end of last game. There's going to be some consequences this game. We're going to see how things play out between Freya and Kratos. We're going to see how the evolution of the family relationship
I'm just in awe.
You got Brock and Sindri, the dwarves.
I love that
who
scene.
are kind of part of your makeshift family now. And there's going to be some other characters that we introduce that
very excited
are going
about
to disrupt the balance.
Octopus Man.
Bit. I can't wait until players get their hands on the game and are able to experience how the story unfolds for themselves.
We have, I think, an incredibly well-rounded game.
I believe
Very
you.
satisfying combat, beautiful and rich environments to explore, outstanding character art, a lush and moving soundtrack and soundscape. It's the work of hundreds of very dedicated artists, and they all have their own stories to tell.
Oh, the editing on that trailer. It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. Also, all that magic at the end with Angrboda when he was running out. Kratos was clearly saving her from Freya. That looked like, yes, that looked like Freya's magic, because she binds you whenever you're fighting Baldur. Oh, the new monsters. We're definitely traveling through time if we're fighting fucking dinosaurs. Like, and I know there was, after I finished the game, and then I was obviously continued playing, because why would I ever stop? There was a time where Mimir was talking about how Jormungandr and I think Odin, it might be Thor, it probably is Thor, fight, and they hit into Yggdrasil, and that like disrupts the timeline, and that's why Norse mythology is like so chaotic and like can't figure out the chronology of all that kind of stuff. And so like I feel like we are going to be doing a lot of time traveling, or just at least some, because we fight a freaking dinosaur there. Like I don't know if that's going to be common for the story, like if we're fighting a lot of dinosaurs or whatever. I don't know. Very excited. Actually, was that dinosaur sophisticated? Did it have armor on? Let's find out. Where was that? Also, I really like the fact that he compared it to oh, I don't remember his name. They compared it to everyone having their own Ragnaroks. I think that's quite special.
Pros and cons.
Look at her. Like, excuse me? That is just, oh, I'm so excited. Like, it's such, I don't know if that's meant to be a mermaid. I don't know if she's like a new breed of Valkyrie. No idea. Absolutely no clue. And I'm delighted to not know, because that means I get to learn about it soon in playing this game. But like, if that's a mermaid, that is such an interesting take. Like, it's like they built a mermaid without like somehow the male view that's always present in mermaids. You know, like she's still stunning, but it's not like, oh, we took what we love best about a woman, a human woman, and put a tail on it so that she could be in the ocean. Like, she looks so otherworldly. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about these new creatures. And is that in the path, like between realms? Is that something we're gonna get to do? Look at all the. Do you think those are new birds? Was that what Odin's ravens look like?
We waited for Corey Barlog to weigh in, and he said, "Let's do it in 2."
The consequence to that is,
I just realized I was like on the screen. I'm so
story in one game.
Yes. Also, I didn't know that this was only going to be one game. I didn't know that, like, for some reason I just always assumed trilogy, you know, and I didn't realize that Ragnarok, of course it's the end. It's Ragnarok. But I didn't know officially that was like the last one of the series. I just can't. Oh, and the fact they go back to Alfheim. Like, and he has to like deal with the idea of seeing Faye again. Like, they probably would have so many questions, and like, oh, and he lets, like, look at that casual touch. I'm not even forming sentences. I'm just so excited. I'm just so freaking excited. Okay, so I need to find this dinosaur again.
This game is bigger than what we initially envisioned. There's a lot of important story moments that we needed to cover. There are more characters that we follow the threads of. And ultimately, it ends up feeling big and epic.
There it is!
Because...
Okay, it has wings, which that's incredibly cool. But I don't see any armor.
There is a...
Yeah, no armor.
A lot.
Wait.
It ends up feeling big and epic because there is a lot there.
Yeah, I feel like that means we are time traveling, because that didn't, or maybe there's, like, it doesn't look exactly like a Triceratops from what I know. So maybe it's not time travel. Maybe it's just to a different realm or something. I don't know. I'm just so excited. And I'm full of like so many predictions that I can't even, like, my brain can't contain them all, and I can't, it's Ragnarok in here too. Like, all the timelines, all the characters, all everything. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I just cannot wait to play this game. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And I hope you're all excited too. I'm sure I will not stop doing God of War content. I'm just obsessed. But wow. Okay. I think I should end it there, because I'm just spewing nonsense at this point. But thank you so much for watching. If there are more trailer things, I will be reacting to those too, because my God, I'm so flipping excited. Yeah, that's it. I'm just very excited. And anyways, I'll see you next time on the Late to the Game channel. Don't forget to join the Late to the Game gang in our Discord or find me at Elementally on everything. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.